Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Word. In this module I want to show you how you can create your own custom watermark. Now, normally to create a watermark you would go up to the design area on the ribbon and go to where it says watermark and either drop the arrow down or click on the button. Whichever you do, you get these options. I'm going to go into, these are all preloaded, so these might suit. Custom watermark there, where you can change these preloaded ones. So if you wanted a picture watermark there, you can tick on the picture and you select the picture from there. If I go for that and select a picture from file, and then I navigate to a picture that I've got on my computer which I can use as a watermark. So you navigate to the photo you want. So this is a Battle of Waterloo photos. I want this guy as my logo. So that's it. OK, and then he sits in there. Now if I double click on that, there you can see it's quite faded out. It's almost impossible to see that. What you've got at the top there is picture format, and you have got some options that you can play around with over here. If I reset the picture, that brings it back. The picture is just sitting in the background there. I can resize this picture and then I can play around with it a little bit more with recolor and maybe have a look at grey out or maybe wash out. It might fade it out too much. I'm not liking wash out. Grayscale, it's even worse. So it's depending how you want to do it. None of these are going to suit what I want. If I come out of the header and footer, that's okay, but it's sitting in the middle there. And if I type text, if I just come down, I can type over it, that's okay, but it's still a bit too intrusive for my liking. So that's one way of doing it. Now if I just get myself a new document and then do the same process again, but this time I'll just insert the picture, insert the same picture, I'll just insert the picture. This device comes up with the dragoon. Then you've got, comes in normally as a piece of text. The text wrapping is in line with text. I'm going for this option, behind text. And then you've also got picture format here, and you've got this feature now which wasn't there before, transparency, which gives you a few different options and not as drastic, I don't think, as what the other ones were. If I click on that one, so that's faded him a little bit. Then I'm going to go Control X cut, double click into the header, paste, and then I can move this around to wherever I want. Say I want it over there, come out of the header and footer, double click, and then you can see him there. Now another thing you can do is, as well as pictures, if I go back to design, back into watermark and back to custom watermark, the options in there was not just picture but text as well. You can actually just use any of these. These are preset, or you can just type your own name or something like that. I'll just type Steve in there and select it a different color. I'll go for orange, and then you've got semi-transparent already ticked, diagonal, okay, I'll go for that. So that puts that in there, and again that's in the, I'll just make my screen a bit smaller, that's in the header and footer. So if I double click back at the top there, that's come in there, and that's basically coming in as word art. So that's quite an old package, word art. You've got some features you can play around with there. But I'll come out, in fact I'm going to delete that, just delete that off and come out of this. Another thing you can do is do your own text box. So rather than using any of those options you've got in design, so I'm not going to use any of these, whatever you put into the header and footer yourself will be a watermark on every page. When you put things in the header, it repeats on every page. When you put things in the footer, it repeats on every page. So if I do a text box, so I will go to insert, and I'll draw myself a text box. So these are all preset ones. I want to draw one though, so I'm going to draw a text box. I'm going to draw it down this left margin, right down to the bottom of the page, a bit further down than that, just to the footer area. I'll make my screen a little bit smaller. Now I've got format shape. I don't want the shape outline to be shown, so I don't want no outline. But what I can type in there is anything I want. So let's type first draft. Now first draft is sitting like that. If I highlight it, you've got the option of text direction. So if I go for that option, first draft, or I maybe want to go a different way, that way, first draft, I might want this in the middle. So if I do Control E for center, and then obviously that font is not big enough, so if I get Control and square bracket, I can just start increasing the font until it fits how I want it to be. So you don't want to go too big, so I'm starting to get too big there. So if I come back down, so it just fits nicely in there, first draft. And then if I click away from that, you can see that is in the margin area. And if I do Control and Enter, which is a hard page break, you can see that both the image I put at the top and this first draft is now repeated on every page, and that's how you can do your own little watermark, simply using a text box. So that's all I want to talk about in this little video, how you can use the design feature to use these preloaded watermarks and use the custom watermark option there to do your own, or you can negate all of these and just come into the header area and put your images in like a logo, and if you want to you can do a text box and add your own text in there if it doesn't appear in the other place, or you want it like this. So hopefully this little video has been of use. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you in the next one.